there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will be.
Because you've never had a guest like me.
Is Barry Horowitz still an independent wrestler?
I don't know.
See,
Do you feel like he should have won that award or something?
I feel like he's fit enough to keep going.
Give me my fucking phone.
What? Why do you gotta take shit from my hand?
Whatever.
What is your problem?
You're out of your league, buddy. Hey, you dirty fucking pig.
He likes Roman Reigns.
And a special message to Michael, please bring all the hard questions you'd like to ask.
You were the biggest asshole, intercontinental-wise, last year, 2016, so congrats. That's quite the honor to bestow. I've never bestowed something on someone, so it's a first for me, too.
The fuck? I can't even do the show. Guys, I don't know where we're gonna go with this. Alright, I just don't know where the show's gonna go. We'll see you next week.
This is Slam Pigs Podcast.
Slam Pigs Podcast, episode 46. Michael,
No date before time needed.
no date or time needed. The only date you need to know, it's been a year.
1 fucking year.
1 year anniversary special episode. Michael, we did it.
I feel like there should be music playing in the background right now.
There always is on every intro. What are you
I
talking
feel like there should be like
Slam Pigs Podcast.
Graduation Day by Vitamin C.
could be.
No, that's on call.
Or Friends Forever, Saved by the Bell.
Anyway, welcome, Michael, once again back this week for a special episode. Mixing it up a little bit this week. Not going to do the usual format. We got a shit ton of questions. Bless you. That's like 4 sneezes in a row. That's what a year does to you. Real quick, where can everyone check us out on Twitter, Facebook, all the good shit?
As always, you can check us out on the Mickey TMD, or me at Mikey Slam Pig, or us on Facebook at the Slam Pigs Podcast. Travis, I know they can always check you out on the Reset Button as well. That is the sister show of the Slam Pigs Podcast.
Well, let's get right into it, Michael. Glad to be back. What can you say? 1 year. We started literally in my old apartment kitchen.
Yeah.
We would take...
Anybody who wants to ever listen to that first episode, I really feel bad for you. I don't
You
know.
went back this week.
I did. I listened to it. And we did not sound like ourselves at all. We just sounded like 2 nervous guys who were talking on recording instead of just being themselves.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. Basically, it started out with, hey, this is Travis. I'm here with my brother Mike. Slam Pigs Podcast.
2 Lance Storms
Yeah.
going at it. Yeah,
That's-
and what can you say? We set it up. We recorded on my cell phone, our voices. Literally,
Started with a cell phone. Now we're here.
so, yeah, a shitty cell phone, too. In my kitchen, had to be quiet because the kids were asleep. But now, I don't want to say we've moved up,
We
but
got
things
the
are better.
studio.
The
Slam Pig studio.
basement. Things are much better, though, for us.
Yes.
Hopefully, audio-wise, you guys have noticed the changes. We've tried to upgrade as much as we can. Hopefully, much more coming, though.
I mean, in the future, there's going to be more changes. Hopefully, upgrading equipment continuously, making the show better, however we see fit. And you guys play a big part in that as well. Any pointers or suggestions you might have to make the show better, we're always receptive to constructive criticism. So let us know, as always, down in the comments section below, what you guys think we should do better, what we could do better, something you'd like to have changed on the show, and we will consider it.
We'll consider it. But yeah, Michael, I mean, where do you want to begin with what we've done this last year? We've met, first of all, people all over the world, and it still blows my mind.
Yes.
It's really surreal and it's weird, but it's cool, What do you think all
I
this,
feel like we
man?
should start off with the teaser for our final segment of the show.
Go ahead.
Make sure to stay tuned for the whole show, guys, because our final segment, possibly our best top 3 ever, is going to be this week's top 3 is going to be
Well, we've done
our
like 3 top 3s, so
we've
if
done
it's
way more than that.
Alright.
But this week's top 3 is going to be our top 3 favorite moments throughout this past year of doing the show. That's going to be our top 3 this week. Not really wrestling related, but whatever. It's our fucking
whatever.
show.
Anyway, we've had all sorts of guests, all sorts of moments. You quit the show this year, Michael.
Do we have to keep bringing it up?
It's a moment.
Jesus
it needs
Christ.
to be addressed. It may or may not be
I
on my
didn't
top
quit.
3.
I took a hiatus,
um,
and I was voted back on the island
pretty
by
much.
our listeners, by the way. And you didn't vote for me.
We have so many
Yeah,
questions.
so
this
why don't we
week.
ever bring that up? You bring up that I quit. You didn't bring up that you weren't one of the ones that voted me back.
I wasn't against not bringing that up. I'm just saying.
Yeah, all that. I mean, it was a landslide. I got voted back by a bunch, but you were one of the ones that voted for other people.
Well, at the time, I was upset. So what did you want?
Whatever. You
Oh.
know, it's your fucking story. You tell it how you want.
It's hard to think though. Like, if you really think about all the in total in 46 episodes, going what, an hour or 2 minimum each.
I don't think we've ever had a show that was under 45 minutes.
It's a lot of content.
Even like a little quickie show.
We've done it. We've trudged through so many bad Raws, so many bad pay-per-views, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been a blast.
Let's start the show out with your favorite wrestling moment over the past year since we've started doing the show. You do one and I'll do one.
You mean in
Yeah.
all of wrestling, WWE? Like,
Yeah, anything. Your favorite thing that
I
guess
gotta
we should say favorite thing that's
alright.
happened since we've been doing the
I don't
show.
know if this was you mean like in the wrestling world or on our
In the
show?
wrestling
Okay.
world.
I don't know if it's a specific thing, just how great it was to see AJ Styles shine in WWE this year. Just
Okay.
totally breakthrough for me.
Beating John Cena clean multiple times.
Just being a WWE champion, something I never thought I'd say, just getting treated right booking wise. I'm still really happy for the guy. And the news and rumors this week, we're going to talk about AJ Styles, but that's probably been my favorite part. So much, there's been a lot of good stuff this year. A lot of bad, of course, but
it's been a big year in wrestling. I'm glad we started doing this show this year. Because there's been a lot that's gone on in wrestling this year. I'm so glad we didn't start doing this show in 2006 or something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But
yeah.
yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I think it's obvious. My favorite moment in wrestling this year has to be Mark Henry making his big return last week against Braun Strowman. I mean,
it was up there. It was tough. This was tough for me to decide what I want to go with.
I'm just fucking with you guys. You should know that by now. If I had to pick one, I think my favorite moment in wrestling this year would have to be.
Thought you had this ready to fire off. Didn't you?
No, you did, but I never do. I always have to think about it.
Was it Nikki Bella's just heartwarming, triumphant return to ring from neck injury, Michael?
That was close. That was a close 43rd. But my favorite moment, I guess, if I had to pick one,
brand split
would have to be the brand split.
Yeah,
that
I
was
had a
my
feeling
favorite
you were gonna
thing.
say that.
That was probably my favorite thing. And not just because, that it made the shows more watchable. It's that it gives more opportunity to guys that maybe wouldn't have had it otherwise.
I don't think
I'm full of rhymes tonight.
I don't know if Strowman would have broke through like this had this draft not happened.
No,
I don't think he would have ever been. He would have always
AJ
been a guy
Styles
in the background.
Even. You think AJ Styles, if they just kept it all basically, you think he would have fit into the main event?
That's tough
picture
because
on Raw?
before the split that last year, he had back-to-back pay-per-view matches with Reigns.
Yeah,
he didn't win the title,
exactly.
And I don't know. Like the split happened a little bit after that, so it's tough to say if he would have not stayed in the main events. It seemed like he would have, but that's more tough to answer.
There's a lot of guys that you can make a case for that wouldn't be on television right now if
Oh
it were
my
not
God.
for the brand split.
Pretty much every tag team on SmackDown would not be on television. Mojo Rawley, Baron Corbin possibly may not be getting this push.
Yeah, and
Ziggler sure as fuck would not
Yeah.
have this kind of time into him. A lot of the women, Michael, let's
Yeah.
be honest.
especially on SmackDown.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, there's not a whole lot of depth in the women's division, regardless, SmackDown or Raw.
They're getting there, though. They got veterans now. They got Mickie James. Naomi has finally established herself as a former woman. At least she has that. She can
Raw's
say.
still
We're going to talk about Naomi
the
later,
same
guys.
3-4. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, sometimes due to injury, obviously, because it
Yeah.
seemed like, give them credit, they were going to make this new star Naomi. You think this is a work? I think it's legit, this injury.
Yeah, they're using the excuse that she wouldn't be able to defend it in 30 days. When was that been a rule?
See,
it seems like they use
we're going
this
to talk
rule-
about that later.
Yeah, it
with
seems
that
like-
whole
yeah.
part-timer bullshit
Yeah.
with Brock and all. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll save it. We will.
Or how about Dean Ambrose?
Winning the
So-
WWE title this
No,
year?
as Intercontinental Champion. Has he defended it in a month?
I don't believe.
No. So I actually think it would be. I think this week is a month for him. So if he doesn't defend it on
Is he
SmackDown this
scheduled
week,
to this week?
no. If he doesn't defend it on SmackDown this week, well then he should be stripped of his title too. So we'll get into it later, but yeah, that's a big pet. That's one of my big red flags as to how this is a work.
All right.
So, but Travis, you think we should start off with some news and roomies?
Well, before that, what is your worst moment for you that happened to wrestling this year? Like the biggest thing this year that happened where you just went, ugh. Because I know mine right off the bat, if you don't.
Go ahead and start.
The
it off.
main event of WrestleMania 32 was the biggest fucking wet fart I've seen in quite a while, main event WrestleMania. That this may be up there with Orton and Triple H main eventing WrestleMania as just boring, crowd shitting on it, not giving two shits because it was so predictable. The guy who was supposed to, I didn't even mean to make fun, who was supposed to win got booed out of the fucking building as a babyface at WrestleMania. You could say a lot of things led to the push nobody wants, it seems. With
Nearly
Reigns,
a year later, he's still
you would
considered
have
a
to
babyface.
you would have to think that a lot of it has to do with Daniel Bryan retiring. I still think they would have kept him in the main event.
Yeah,
picture.
he would have had
I
that
really
spot.
do.
He would have had that spot for as long as he wanted.
Still looking back, and we can announce this. We're going to WWE show soon, by the way.
Yes.
Just a segue into that. When we went to SmackDown,
just 2 weeks prior, basically, to WrestleMania. So we're on the road to WrestleMania tour.
But
We
you
will
and
be
I
staying.
last went to SmackDown in 2014.
When Daniel Bryan
it was the
red
Raw.
hot.
It was the Raw after he got tombstoned by Kane. Remember?
Yeah.
In the angle.
It was actually
Remember
he didn't make an appearance at that show
his
because
father,
his dad died.
yes, his father died, so we
Yeah.
never got to experience the
Yes.
movement shit live, which it sucked.
Yep.
But such a tragedy what happened to Daniel Bryan. But I really think Reigns.
Back when the Shield was still done. That was basically what the show was. We went to a live SmackDown.
Yeah.
And
That's when the Shield powerbomb Fandango off the
that's
stage.
when the Shield
is
just
SmackDown
destroyed
event.
everybody in one night.
So if you
basically.
want to look for us, we're in the Bob Uecker seats. Anyway,
we
yeah.
will be having much better seats, by the way, this time, Travis. So hope you're excited.
Like I said, we're going to sprinkle out because we have a shit ton of questions for our 1 year.
Yeah.
Thank all you guys. You asked for them, Michael.
Yes.
This is the most questions we've ever had. We're going
I
to pace
love
ourselves.
questions.
I don't want to overwhelm us with them. There's a ton.
Let's do a couple now, and
That's
we'll
what I'm saying.
sprinkle.
Get to our first one right off the bat because it's kind of fitting in a way. From Rocky Bio, once again, thank you, Rocky.
Thank you, Rocky.
His question for us is, why the name Slam Pigs? Pretty much, how did we come up with the name Slam Pigs? No one's ever asked us this. And
it's never been asked.
Since you can take all the credit for naming the show,
well,
go ahead.
It was actually kind of half-assed, to be honest. I mean, we were in a bathroom. We were both in your bathroom, and that's probably not a good way to start the explanation. We were both in your bathroom at your house doing some illegal drugs.
What?
we were smoking pot, people. Okay,
whatever.
We were smoking pot, trying to brainstorm. I think that might have been the last time I smoked pot with you.
Yeah.
But we were both brainstorming. We had the show was we were thinking about doing a show, and we needed a name for it, and we just started brainstorming things. And I thought of I used to play competitive softball in an adult softball league. And
Donnie Henson over here.
Yeah, this was men's softball. It was slow pitch though, so
he likes the high ones.
Yes, I like them high ones. Give them to me. But anyway, the name of my one softball team was the Slam Pigs, and it just came to me like, wow, that'd be a great name for a wrestling podcast, because we definitely
you are the offensive, abrasive one more.
See, when you think of pig, you think of it as offensive. I think of it as far as
a strong suit.
When I think of the Slam Pigs, I think of wrestling knowledge. You know what I mean? Like
we're a gluttony of knowledge.
If wrestling knowledge was food,
we're dirty pigs.
If wrestling
go ahead and say the DFPs.
We are the dirty fucking pigs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you think of wrestling knowledge as food, we eat that fucking shit up and we'll ask for some more.
So basically, Rocky, let me sum up what Michael said in about 5 seconds. Here was the whole conversation. Michael looks at me. Hey, what do you think of the name Slam Pigs podcast? I was like, sounds good. Let's use it. That's how it's born. So
that was it. You were like, why'd you think of that? Where'd that come from? And I told you.
Yeah. So I mean,
it just fit perfectly, and we've run with it. So
it's really surprising no one's ever asked us that before.
Yeah.
But hey, thank you, Rocky. Here's one. I'll go ahead and take it, Michael. From my buddy, Eric Amard from First Thing in the Morning. His question is for us: What is our favorite memory of the past year on the podcast? Which is kind of a spoiler for later. But let's kind of, not to be dicks about it, let's kind of negate your question, Eric, just for the sake we're going to say it later. But the other half of his thing was a little like a Jim Cornette quip, so
Yeah.
I want to get your response to it. He said, what was our favorite memory of the past year, which we're going to answer, and why was him being a guest it? Michael, I really am dying to hear, because you haven't talked about Eric in a while. A lot of people don't know there's been some personal stuff going on. We're not going to talk about it, but you guys haven't talked in a while. We'll just say that. I know certain olive branches have been extended possibly, so we'll see if Eric comes back
Eric
on the
and
show.
I had quite a big disagreement over the Royal Rumble post show.
But it's you know, it's been
It's
over
been a
month now,
while.
so
He has extended an olive branch in, trying to not hate each other. So, first thing I will say is I don't know if he was my favorite moment of the year, but he was definitely one of my favorite guests of the year. I mean, love him or hate him as of right now, he was still one of our most knowledgeable guests on the show. He's up there. But I don't know if I could just boil it down to one. I think my favorite part of the show this year is
well, we're gonna save it for the top 3
Yeah,
later. I was gonna say, so that's why I say I didn't want to negate your question, Eric. So we're gonna answer it kind of in a way. So stick around and you'll get your answer. But I gotta agree, Eric definitely not just one of my favorite guests, one of my favorite people I've met this year on Twitter by far. A lot of stuff in the works this year in 2017 with Eric. So definitely stick around for that. First thing in the morning, I'm gonna be on their podcast next week, Michael.
To make a long story short for all the listeners, Eric and I
Well,
basically
no, we don't have to get
we
into
had a
it at
little
all.
bantering contest on Twitter. It
You
basically
had a bigger dick?
It basically was, well, fuck you. No, well, fuck you. No, well, fuck you. Yeah, that's basically how it went. Nothing was solved, and hopefully we can resolve this in the future.
I have gotten questions as to why Eric hasn't been back as a guest. So Eric, you are missed on the show from the listeners. So, and we'll see. I'm sure Eric will be back one day. We'll get it figured out. But thank you, Eric, for your question and for everything in general, for the collabs and all that stuff. Michael, what's going on in the news and stuff this week? Let's get, because we're not going to do our typical Raw and SmackDown review. For one, not a whole lot happened. If you want to just gloss over SmackDown, because I think it was more newsworthy stuff happened on SmackDown, quite honestly, with Naomi relinquishing the belt. We can talk about that before we get into the news and stuff. So whatever you want to do.
Emelina was on Raw.
Yeah, the
botch-worthy Emelina.
Yeah. What do you want to cover?
But I guess we'll start it off with I always try to have one big piece of news every week for us. Something that will get the listeners going, oh, okay. The biggest thing that I have seen this week, and I've talked about with my inside sources, there is rumor this week on SmackDown that a certain big name star from NXT will be making his debut, if not this week, in the next coming weeks on SmackDown. They're saying he could be involved on SmackDown as early as this week in the AJ Styles Luke Harper matchup for the number 1 contendership.
Andrade Cien Almas, right?
No, not him.
Oh.
Not Bobby Roode.
Well, he's the champ.
Yep.
No, I already know who it is. I just wanted to see what he would say.
Shinsuke. There are rumors that
Slobbermouth himself.
Yes. Shinsuke Nakamura is rumored to be making his main roster debut as soon as possibly this week.
I don't see it happening. I will call bullshit on that rumor right now.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure I called Finn Balor. He made an NXT appearance.
He didn't make an in-ring main roster. He came out like a suit and said, "Hello, I'm Finn Balor."
He came out and beat up Bobby Roode in the ring.
No, that was Cassius Ohno. What are you talking about? Cassius Ohno made his debut on NXT this week. Chris Hero. You're mixing up your guy. I promise.
Finn Balor was also on NXT. He came. It was like a little dark thing after the match was over with Shinsuke and Bobby Roode on NXT taping.
Oh.
Balor came in, gave him some moves.
I hope you're right because I don't remember.
You haven't watched the video?
No, I haven't. Was that like a dark part? Like it wasn't aired?
It wasn't.
Well,
aired.
Maybe that's why I didn't see it.
So, but he did. That doesn't. He looked good.
I mean, at least he's getting healthy.
Yes.
What do you think about Chris Hero coming back to NXT? By the way,
I've watched Chris Hero. Actually, I know you don't think I'm keen to a lot of indie stuff or Ring of Honor.
I never said that. Who said that?
If you haven't heard of Chris Hero, you have to watch him. The guy's super talented. I just hope that he's used correctly in the WWE.
Here's all I saw a funny tweet this week that speaking of dark matches and stuff from NXT, it's from an NXT house show. I think it was Shinsuke's birthday or Ty Dillinger, one of them, and they had a birthday cake, or they were going to, and Ty Dillinger got on the mic, and Cassius Ohno and a bunch of guys were in the ring, and said, well, I had a birthday cake, and I lost it, and a guy in the crowd goes, oh, no, because Chris Hero has put on a lot of weight over the past few years. It's been a running joke. The crowd popped and laughed, and all the guys looked at Hero, and like they broke kayfabe and started laughing at him. So I guess he understands he's out of shape. I don't know if that is WWE gonna like go with it, like just be like that's kind of like a Kevin Owens thing, like you're
Yeah.
the everyday man.
Yeah.
Are they gonna run? Because a lot of people assumed when he left originally, and I thought this too, is because he got himself out of shape and he didn't want to work out. Well, it turns out he had a family emergency, so he had to leave developmental. So he just worked indies for years. So he wasn't on bad terms or something. It's a little fuzzy on that, but I mean, I guess I'm not the biggest fan of him, honestly. I don't think.
He's
I don't know.
super talented. You can't deny his talent in the ring.
Yeah, I like him a lot in that tag team with Cesaro from Ring of Honor. That was probably the best for me, the best Chris here. But we'll see.
Hopefully he gets an opportunity to shine.
He's going to feud with Bobby Roode apparently for the belt. I guess it's filler if Shinsuke doesn't come to the main roster. Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, Shinsuke still has ties to finish up with at NXT, but this could still, if he makes an appearance on SmackDown this week and then doesn't come back for a couple weeks and AJ Styles is fuming like is rumored, then Shinsuke makes his return. That gives him time to finish up things with NXT. Basically like Sami Zayn did, if you think about it. Sami Zayn still had stuff to finish on NXT when he came to the main roster. So it's not unlikely that this could be a great possibility of Shinsuke making his debut on the main roster. Rumors are it could be him and AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Which I'm a lot better with.
Which we just saw last year in Japan.
And now you only have like what, a month and a half, if that, to build that up, and that's way worthier of a build up than just that little bit of time.
Yeah, less is more with Shinsuke on a microphone, so I think it would work out great. It's definitely better than AJ and Shane. So
yeah.
I would definitely take that.
Even though, as far as all the McMahons, all the guys that are in the ring that shouldn't be in the ring, Shane is the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys that have no business being in there.
Shane's going to give you fucking 1,000%. He's going to put everything on the line. He's going to kill himself to try and have a good match if he can.
That's what he does.
Limited at best as far as ability, but he will give you everything he has.
Did you, you didn't, because I didn't tell you about this. I just want to bring this up because it's hilarious. And wow. Tom Phillips, the fourth wheel. The NXT announcer.
The fourth wheel if you had to name one.
Otunga or Phillips?
Yeah.
I would put Otunga as the fourth wheel.
Yeah.
But now I don't think Phillips is going to be a wheel at all. Maybe, possibly. Apparently his fiance hacked his cell or something and leaked him, like screenshotted stuff from.
Why would your fiance do that, first of all?
I don't know if she has trust issues with you, I guess.
Know.
Maybe he. Apparently, from this text, she had good reason to have trust issues because she screenshotted messages from him to another girl. Phillips messaging this so-called woman saying, "Can't wait to see you," and face fuck you. It's all been all over Twitter.
We do not bleep here on the Slam Pigs podcast.
No. But yeah, I mean, let's get right into it. Let's get it right into Tom Phillips face fucking people. That is an actual tagline I had to use on the show.
I guess I could play devil's advocate here. I'm going to play both sides here. I'm going to play Tom Phillips' side first, okay? If this is true, if it's not just some kind of internet leak that's not true,
that's so gross.
Would you really think Tom Phillips is the first, second, 10th, 50th person on the WWE roster to ever be caught doing something unbecoming of the company?
Is he the last person you'd expect saying to a girl, "I can't wait to face fuck the shit out of you"?
Well, as far as on-screen personality,
he's probably a
he's probably a close second to Renee Young. I mean, I just can't ever see Renee. They're on the floor under your chair. You knock them over.
Oh.
Renee Young would probably be the first person I couldn't believe saying, "I want to face fuck you." But Tom Phillips would be a close second. But who you are on camera is not who you are in your private life.
I get that, but I don't know.
This whole thing with WWE firing people because of their private lives is really getting old with me. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that your show is entertainment. Everybody knows this isn't real life, okay?
Yeah.
People have lives, and with the era of social media that we live in right now, how can you ever have a secret or something private in your life, especially if you're a big on-air personality, which Tom Phillips is because he is on air with WWE.
You gotta be smarter than this. Seth Rollins, the same shit.
Well, he had nothing to do with it. He didn't post it on the internet.
If he wouldn't have been fucking around, it wouldn't have happened.
How is it his fault that it got posted on the internet? So basically, if JBL posts on his phone to some girl in Wichita.
Oh, you had to pick JBL.
Yeah, well,
all the guys.
That's one that I could definitely see telling some woman he wants to face fuck her. But JBL would probably be my first guess if I had to think of an announcer that would text a girl saying he wanted to face fuck her. If JBL did it, how's it any different from Tom Phillips? You know what I mean? Is it really their fault that they date women that want to post their shit all over the internet? This is my problem with social media. Everybody's business gets put out there, whether voluntary or involuntary, and it needs to fucking stop. Like, honestly, people. Like, you could ruin people's lives by doing some of this shit, like has been done right here.
Yeah.
There has to be a line drawn, or at least I think there needs to
I
be.
would
I think there
agree.
needs to be legal ramifications for
I
this.
do think if he gets shit canned over that,
especially if he gets fired, I think he should be able to sue his fiance
because that shouldn't have anything to do with
for
he
defamation
didn't
of character.
do drugs. He didn't
Yes.
assault
He
anybody.
didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
he sent a fucking.
I'm not
sext.
endorsing what he's
Yes.
doing. I'm just
He's
saying.
a grown man of age. He can send whatever he wants on his phone, and this is really needs to be. I think that our government in America needs to do something more about this. Social media slander is a big thing right now, and for some more than others, it can affect you. And as far as Tom Phillips goes, I hope he doesn't lose his job over this, but time will tell.
Yeah. Well, Michael, we'll see what happens to Mr. Phillips. Bottom line, like you said, it is kind of bullshit. Let's be real.
I can't see how you can use somebody's text messages as a reason to fire them. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Naomi, Michael, let's get right into Naomi because we have a lot more questions and stuff. She had to relinquish the women's championship this week. It's a shame. Like we said earlier, they finally established her, and God, just with the injury bug in this company for the past couple of years, we talked about it time and time again. More the same as far as that, but Michael, it's a shame. I really thought that she was going to break through and stand out. I thought she was going to blow a lot of people away. How good it's not promos, just what the character and what she could do with it.
That's always been my biggest thing with Naomi is her promos. On a microphone, Naomi is below average at best. Off the microphone, in-ring ability, Naomi is very much above average. She's possibly the most athletic woman outside of Charlotte in the women's division. Either show. The things that she can do in that ring are sometimes very surprising. You're like, wow, why isn't she on television more? You know what I mean? And then you hear her speak on a microphone. But I was very happy for her that she got a chance with the belt. And I think at least I know this is a work. This is just going to give her more steam going into WrestleMania as the hometown favorite. I think it makes more sense for her to chase the belt at WrestleMania
get more heat on it
than to defend it at WrestleMania if you're going into your hometown. That was my phone. My apologies.
They're firing up tonight.
Rumor mills, tweets. Everybody wants peace. That was my biggest problem with her taking the belt off Alexa Bliss at the last pay-per-view. Why waste that for there when they could have done it at WrestleMania?
Because they love to blow their loads. They can't help. Look what they just did with Bayley on Raw.
Yeah.
We just talked about it last week.
Yeah, I just don't agree.
And that's Vince. That's Hotshot booking Vince.
We need a surprising moment tonight.
All the Vince impersonations, by the way, not to get off track over the past year.
God, if I had a shot for every time that happened, I'd be throwing up every week.
If I had literally no life and had the time to go back on every episode and count every time you said had that Ricky Morton fire.
Hey, Hall of Famer.
It could be in the 300s. Hall of Famer now. We said that a year ago. Look what we've done. It's because of us.
Yep.
The Express are getting their just due. But we did Teddy Long, holla, 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 playa. Also this week announced Michael newest inductee.
It's me. It's DDP.
Diamond Dallas Page, well deserved, my opinion, and not just for what he's done for Jake Roberts, for Scott Hall.
For those who don't know, a diamond upside down is a pussy. If you've never seen the movie, Ready
Diamond Dallas Page should be in the Hall of Fame just for being in Ready to Rumble alone. Like, for real. But congrats, DDP.
Hip toss, Pagey.
What was your favorite DDP match? Do you have one that stands out to you?
My favorite DDP match would have to be when he won the world title in WCW.
That 4-way match.
Yes.
With Flair and
it was like I never saw him as a guy that would actually win the belt.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean?
But
when he did, you're like, oh, that looks pretty good on him. He pulled it off.
I want to see what they're going to do with him.
He went heel, and then he had like the Jersey triad with Canyon and Bam. Did you like that DDP when he had the ponytail?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I like my DDP in jeans with his ribs taped up.
Yep. I like that. And I always liked my DDP as a babyface. He's one of those guys that I like.
That lone wolf type thing. one of the greatest things ever executed was when he thought he was going to join the NWO.
Yes, and then he turned on him.
And he shook Kevin Nash's hand and
Yep.
pulled away, and he gave him the diamond cutter,
Yep.
which is the original RKO. Let's not kid
Yeah.
ourselves, people. Yeah, that was my favorite feud of DDP, Randy Savage. That was an intense ass
Yeah.
feud.
They definitely were throwing some fucking stiffies in there.
That feud was so good. It main evented WCW pay-per-view for like no world title, nothing. It was just
Yeah.
like a grudge match. Maybe the US belt, but still, the fact that they had that talent on that roster and that main evented spoke volumes of that feud. So
Well, it was very invested, but the fans were very invested in that. That was one of the few things that WCW did well as far as making a feud and building up and having fans want to see it.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem with WCW is they did all that hot shot booking. There was a title change every fucking show. Every week somebody was losing their belt to somebody. You know, there didn't need to be a belt. You know what I mean? These guys just fucking hated each other.
Yeah.
And they built it up well.
But you know, backstage they were really close friends.
Yeah.
So it just shows you
And
the
DDP
business.
is one of the best guys outside of the ring.
Yeah.
Very happy for him. He's helped
saving
a lot
lives,
of yes.
literally.
He has saved
and not
a
just
lot
that,
of lives.
he's attributes to so many people lose Mick Foley's weight loss, so many guys. So shout out to DDP.
He does yoga. People love it.
Let's get to more of these questions, Michael.
Woo!
We got a shitload of them. Scroll up here 1 second. Okay, Rashenda, the lovely Rashenda, who's also been a guest this year. That was another good, the 40th episode, Michael. First ever female guest. That was a good episode. So thank you for coming on this year, Rashenda. She's got about 4 questions here, so let's try to knock them out. She used 166 characters for 4 questions, so that's commendable and worthy of the answers. First one, what's the secret to having a good podcast? I would say, I'll answer this one real quick, just being yourself, like you said earlier. Also, if you're guys, this is my advice to any of you guys making content. We don't do this for anything. We do it strictly because we love wrestling. We love to talk, for one. We're just chatty Cathy's.
Yep.
And for me, I'm sure you're the same way, Michael. When it stops being fun, that's when to stop doing it.
That's when we stopped doing the show. And I'm thankful, at least for me, I don't see that time coming anytime soon. I mean, we've been doing this since we were kids, sitting
Basically.
talking about wrestling, and now we do it with a platform, and we still enjoy it just as much as at least I do. I enjoy it just as much as when we were kids talking about it, so.
How are you? Here's another question. How are you from her? How are you guys feeling about your 1-year anniversary? Light question. I'm good.
Fucking jacked up.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed about it. No, it's good.
I got that Ricky Morton fire for this fucking show.
I would hope we both feel good about it.
Yes.
Here's our next question.
He's got a puke.
We're almost through it. What are we looking forward to the show in 2017, Michael? What are you looking forward to?
I guess the unforeseen future. What are we gonna do next? We're very in the moment with this show. We don't ever really like during the week. Travis and I don't talk back and forth on what we want to do on the show. You know what I mean? We always just come in, 1 or 2 nights a week and just sit down and kind of wing it. Really, I don't feel like I feel like it's way more genuine if you don't.
Yeah, you have your
force
bullet
it.
points or
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, there's going to be obvious things that we're going to talk about, but Travis and I think, as brothers, it helps too. We kind of know what we want to talk about without having to ask each other, so it just kind of flows through there. So I'm looking forward to what we're going to talk about. You know what I mean? What are we going to make fun of? You know what I mean? So,
or who in your case?
Yeah.
I got a couple, I guess. Definitely number 1 on top of my list. What am I most looking forward to? Upgrading our fucking sound. Hopefully this year we're gonna get our mic situation
we're poor
finally.
people.
We're
So
not
if you would
poor.
like to donate,
We have kids.
should we start one of those things
No,
online?
we'll
a
see.
fund me?
I don't know.
No? Okay.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, hopefully this year we're going to get our mics situation finally perfected. Another thing I'm looking forward to this year, it's in the works. I haven't talked to him. I hope everything's good with you, man. Doing a little collab type stuff with Grapple Vision. I'm looking forward to that most
Yeah.
definitely. We're going to do a lot of appearing over there. He's going to appear over here like we have. So yeah. Last question from Rashenda. Any changes to the show this year they can look forward to?
I mean, we always change little tidbits every week. Like I said, we're very in the moment with this show. When we think of something new, it just kind of comes, off the top of the brain.
I got a hot scoop even for you, a little Meltzer. I want to make an announcement. Yes, there is. As of now, from the next takeover show on, our new NXT permanent co-host, Erica Mard. So, because you don't get to watch the takeovers because now you have a baby and stuff, so we never get to do them. So I figured, hey, because I always see him, and I'm just here alone. Like, man, I really want to do a post show. There's no one to do it with. So I figure get a post show guy for NXT. So NXT's covered.
All right, there you go.
With Logan also. Logan sprinkled in. Logan will be back for Fastlane, guys. I'm sure you're thrilled. I'm sure Logan was one of your
You
biggest.
motherfucker. Why do you always see? This is one of the things that we don't. He likes to spring shit on me on the air.
You just made a speech about things flowing naturally.
Jesus Christ! This is something we could have talked about. You know what I mean? Christ.
So, what do you think about Eric being our new NXT guy?
Great. Okay. Whatever. I'm not on the NXT post show.
Well, I was talking about, Fastlane. Logan is going to be on the NXT's for us. This will be the last main roster show for Logan for a while. So, yeah, I guess you get a little present in a
Thank
way.
you, fucking Jesus.
Thank you, fuck you, bye, Jim Cornette.
Fuck.
So, yeah, there it is. There's a big change you can expect this year. Obviously, we're going to have tons of guests. We can't even predict. Who knows who we'll meet? Tons of people. We just love to talk wrestling, so we'll see. Michael, that was Rashenda. Thank you, Rashenda.
Thank you,
for your
Rashenda. Ravishing.
buffet of goddamn questions. And our last question this week, Michael, from our buddy Grapple Vision. What was our favorite episode so far? And what's been our favorite topic to cover?
Ooh, two-parter.
Thank you, Grap. For your question.
Favorite episode. Oh, go ahead, Travis.
My favorite episode, I have a tie. First one is the Survivor Series post show with Erica Marv, where the birth of the New Jack impersonation happened.
Motherfucker!
Yeah. And the first time Grapple Vision was ever on. And it's ironic that you asked that because Grapple Vision is like my top 2 or 3
Our
tiers.
most viewed show with Grapple Vision.
That, setting records, and yeah, those are my top 2. So there you have it, Grapple Vision.
So you had a tie.
That's Michael.
Two-way tie. Wasn't it a two-parter?
Oh,
Your favorite
yeah.
episode and your favorite.
My favorite topic to cover this year, Hulk Hogan's penis. Terry Bollea's penis, Hulk Hogan's penis. Remember when he was in court?
He had two separate ones.
He had 2 separate penises. That was one of
Yeah.
our first ever news. I don't know,
Are
man.
do you say penises or is it peni? Or if you're talking about multiple dicks?
A lot of things have happened this year. To put on the spot right now and think about all the news stories.
What episode? That was like our second.
That was like our second episode. We talked about Hulk Hogan's
about-
penis and Terry Bollea's
Yeah.
penis. And it just sticks out to me.
I think that's when we started to get exposure.
I remember the news story with Ric Flair being detained in an airport.
Yes, that was a
drunk.
shorty.
That was a shorty.
Yeah, I wasn't on that one.
That was Frost.
I'm glad,
a forgotten
I'm glad that's
guest.
one of your favorites. I wasn't on it.
No, just the
You
topics.
fucking prick.
Fuck you. Yeah. Michael, any topics? Oh, and episode.
I guess
Lee.
my favorite episode had to be the showdown with Lee.
The first time we ever went international across foreign waters.
The much anticipated show, which is possible. I think
The
it's
build up to
I think
that.
it's one of our highest viewed episodes as well. It was our 25th episode, I believe, and it was Lee. Was it our 25th?
No, that was way earlier than that.
Well, he came on the 25th
Yeah,
episode.
it was
I
some
believe,
episode.
But Lee was on there, and we had some banter back and forth videos. That was possibly one of my favorite moments. Was my banter with Lee. Videos I did. Just giving Lee shit, to be honest with you. That probably was my favorite episode, just because I think that's what won me my Asshole of the Year award. And Lee was such a good sport about it. And it's wonderful to be able to just be yourself on the internet while Travis is typing while we're doing a show.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I love the Lee episode. Lee, and he's only ever been on one show, and I would love to have Lee back. Yeah, think about that. He's only ever appeared on that show because he works overnights, and he's on
Tore him
that.
up.
He's on that fucking.
It wasn't just because he works overnights. Let's be honest. He's afraid, which he should be. I mean, I warned
Some
him.
things never change.
He started. He ran his mouth, and I had to take care of it. So, for those of you who have not watched it, go back through the channel at Hibiki TMD and look at the banter back and forth between myself and Lee. So,
Yeah, it was definitely
another
worth it.
rhyme. Man, I'm full of rhymes tonight.
You are.
Hibiki TMD and Lee. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Michael, I just had to double check. Yes, we got through all the questions this week.
So that was
Thank
my
God.
favorite episode. My favorite subject to talk about this year.
Sorry, I forgot about that part of it.
Man, there's a lot. There's so much I'm probably forgetting, too. That's the problem with doing a show, weekly, twice a week sometimes. 3 times a week, I think we did once.
Yeah.
Man. My favorite topic would have to be...
The Beverly Brothers debate of who had the ripped
Yes.
mustache. Really?
Yes, that was my favorite topic.
I was just fucking around. I didn't
Yes, and it's my
God
favorite.
damn it! I thought I was right. What the fuck?
That's why it's my favorite. 'Cause
And you
you
know
were
what blows
wrong.
my mind? Like for 20 years, I thought that too. That's just
How
like.
do you get your Beverleys mixed up? You call yourself fucking wrestling encyclopedia.
God.
You ought to be ashamed. You don't know your Beverly.
So that was your favorite topic, was the Beverly Brothers. I was just literally fucking
That
around.
was my favorite, just more so because I was right and you were wrong.
There you have
So,
it.
thank you.
Thank you
Grapple
guys. Thank you, Grapple Vision. Thank all you guys.
Thank anyone who's ever been a guest on this show,
Yes.
including Lee and Logan and
Everybody.
anyone else.
And
that
some
I'm
guests
forgetting.
you'll never hear because of certain situations that we're not going to talk about.
What's that
That we
mean?
thought we were going to have on, and then the sound check didn't really pan. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
I like Roman Reigns.
Let's get right into it, Michael. Our top 3 favorite moments this year on the show.
This week's top 3.
This week's top 3. What do you got? Number
Coming
3.
in at number 3 would have to be third favorite. My third favorite moment was probably starting the show. To be honest with you,
There you go.
the very first show, as shitty as it was very exciting to start something new that I was a little skeptical about. I didn't know that it would turn into this. I thought it to be honest, I thought it might flop. I thought it would just be something that we were
We'd
like,
give up on.
yeah, let's not
Yeah.
do it anymore. It has to be in my top 3 because of sheer fun. The amount of fun that I have doing this show every week, I cannot explain or express
Too
in
sweet.
full.
There's a little too sweet.
Mwah. We did a
And
Wolfpack kiss.
Wolfpack
Yes.
kiss.
That we just touched fingers, people. Okay, don't get gross.
My number 3 favorite moment of the year would have to be the Lee episode. Personally, the first time we went international with Lee, we just covered it. So yeah, I really.
That's when my character came out.
If I ever go back, and I hate going back and listening to myself talk, but if I ever do, that's one of the ones I'll listen to. Just out of like, man, I just really love that episode. So, Lee.
Yes, nearly 100 views on that show.
Michael 2. What do you got?
Number 2. Number 2 would have to be Grapple Vision on the show. Grapple Vision on the show tied with talking about
Things.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
things. Talking about things. Talking about
Stuff. Well, jeez.
probably talking about Terry Blaze's penis. To be honest with you,
You're just saying that.
just the fact that that was a topic on the show, would have to be one of my favorite.
Well, now
moments.
Tom Phillips is up there now, so that
Yeah.
may have taken
Tom
a cake.
Phillips is face fucking, and Terry Blaze has 2 dicks. So
There you go.
there you have it.
Horrible visions. Either way you go at it, they just go in your head when you think of either scenario. So there you go. My number 2. I gotta say, when you came back, the first episode you came back when you took your hiatus, I thought that the show, and I gave you your props at the time. I thought without you, the show's lacking. I can only pull it off so much. So thank you for coming back.
You tried to replace me. You tried.
You left me hanging. So
Didn't go well, did it?
that was my number 2, Michael. Your number 1 all-time favorite moment last year, 2016, the first virgin year of Slam Pigs.
Man,
A little blow with the lips. And what do you got?
I don't know, man. Number 1 favorite
tough.
moment.
I'm gonna cheat on mine. I'm just gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah.
No, you go.
Oh, god damn it. Number 1.
I gotta take it home because I'm Big Hoss. I'm the
All right,
host.
my
I gotta
number 1
trailblaze it.
favorite moment would have to be probably the one video that we did where I basically sang to Lee. That was probably my favorite moment of the year.
Let's get it on.
Where I told in a very, very
I'm noticing a trend, and I'm noticing me sending a text to somebody very soon to get him back because I'm noticing a lot of Lee
yes.
is coming up in our. We got to get him back. You got to
I gotta have him back. He's
You got to come
too
back,
much-
Lee.
Too
Seriously.
much fun.
We'll get him back this year, guys. Don't worry.
If you haven't seen that video, check it out.
Hello, my name is Lee, aka AMV Dark Angel, and very soon I'll be joining the cast of Slam Pigs podcast as a special guest right here from jolly old England. And a special message to Michael: please bring all the hard questions you'd like to ask, because I'm willingly happy to give you the hard answers back, like a wrestler giving another wrestler his receipt. So be ready, because you've never had a guest like me.
Hey Lee, got a little message for you. You were on here talking about how you're ready for these hard questions on the Slam Pigs podcast. You're out of your league, buddy. You don't know what you're in for, and I don't need a teleprompter. I got one message for you. Okay, you know what it is? That's all I got to say, bud.
There you go. Your number one is that video to Lee. Maybe I will put up the video clip when you just talked about it.
Yeah.
My number one, and I'm still, like I said, I'm going to cheat. Meeting all of you guys, the listeners of Slam. I'm going to John Cena promo it. Ugh. All of you guys. Just all the opportunities we've been given. Just with meeting everyone on social media, YouTube, Facebook in general.
All the opportunities you've had doing other podcasts.
Hey, somebody doesn't use their Twitter. And I'm tired of telling you.
I wasn't saying it as to be bitter or anything. I was saying it as, congratulatory.
Thank you. Well, I'm not used to that from you. I present you with title belts, and you usually give me quips.
It's the 1 year show. I got to give you credit where credit's due.
You like your title belt up there hanging
when
now?
people think the Slam Pigs podcast, or they think of the channel in general at Hibiki TMD, they think of you.
I am the face that runs the place, you could say. And you're the asshole that runs the camp. Because you're the champ.
The asshole that's the champ.
Well, what's your little tag then? No. But yeah, from Melody to even people that have never been on the show, from Melody, Sasha, Janine, my God, what a dedicated fan.
Yes.
Or listener. I don't like saying fan. Mary Hatcher also.
Mary Hatcher.
So many tremendous people. All you
our
guys.
favorite troll, Hoppin' Bruce Biggs.
Fuck you, Bruce Biggs. Suck it. Other than that, yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a John Cena promo, cringeworthy. All of you guys has been my favorite part of the show. Everyone from Erica Mark, Grapple Vision, Corey the Bagel Guy, Logan, Lee. Who the hell else am I forgetting, Michael? I don't want to be a dick. Rashenda.
Yes.
Anyone, Frost, anyone that's ever been on the show, affiliated, that sent a retweet, hit a like, subscribed. Thank you so much, legit. In all seriousness, it means the world, and we're going to keep doing it. Stick around next week. Yes?
Put you on the spot. Who's your favorite guest throughout the whole year?
Can't do that.
Yep.
Can't do that.
Got to pick a favorite. I'll do it.
You already said it. You said Grapple Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were like, I'll do it. Well, you already did it.
It was my favorite.
I don't like to do that. Fine, put me on the spot.
I didn't know you were a fucking politician now. Yes.
My favorite guest this year was Logan. You happy?
It's your favorite guest. All right.
I don't know. It's like telling me to pick my favorite children, man. Because I enjoy every guest for different reasons.
Who aren't quite getting it, Travis is comparing you to children.
Humor wise, Erica Mard. Information wise, most definitely Grapple Vision. Just dedication wise, someone I can always go to if I need them. Logan Myers by far. So Corey Bagel Guy for funny stuff. It's like I said, don't put me on the spot ever again.
Shenda for ravishing.
For being ravishing.
Yep.
And what can you say? But that's it, Mike. That's been a year. It's been our anniversary show. Real quick, any last words you want to say to wrap up the first year of the books? I'm so tired of saying the word year.
Should I go to the old go-to?
Whatever.
Rusev? I feel like
Oink! I don't know. Thank you guys for everything. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Fastlane post show next week.
Yes,
Michael.
Fastlane post show with evidently we're gonna have Logan. Fastlane post show featuring Logan Myers or Mears or whatever you want to fucking call him, Captain Labia. Guys,
Will you
thank
be
you.
serious?
Thank you so much for listening to this show throughout this past
I'll
year.
be out of here in a second.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
Slam Pig
Oh, good old
Podcast.
But anyway, guys, in all seriousness, without you guys, we wouldn't do the show. Thank you so much for making this year's Slam Pigs podcast our inaugural year so much fun and memorable. Here's to another year to you guys. Until we meet again. Hey, you dirty fucking pigs. Mike here from the Slam Pigs Podcast, reminding you once again to check us out on Twitter, whether it be the Slam Pigs Podcast, whether it be me at Mike the Slam Pig, or whether it be our sister show, The Reset Button. Check us out. Also, you can find us on Facebook at the Slam Pigs Podcast or The Reset Button. And as always, make sure you check us out as a whole on Hibiki TMD. Until we see you next time, oink oink.